All right, we are now on the air, and hopefully some of my friends will join me. Nope, that's not it. Anyway, I'm just going to go for what I know. Hello everybody, how are you? Hello everybody. I know notification is going out, and we are about to get started. And I hope we can have a good conversation. Hello. Glad you can join us, or join me. This has been a while since I was on TikTok doing a live stream. And let's see if I can get this other unit going. All right. Thanks for joining us. Got quite a few. I'm going to talk, as you can tell, I'm a veteran. I'm going to talk on the topic of disabilities. Let me see if everything's going on here. We're going to talk on the topic of military disabilities. Here we go. Outstanding. I see everything here. I see all systems a go. Let me see here. Excellent. Just want to say hello to everybody. Thank you for joining us. If you're a veteran, if you know you're a veteran, this is going to be a benefit for them. Please share this platform, because I'm just going to talk a little bit about veterans benefit and just a little bit about it. I publish a book that will help veterans, step-by-step instructions on how to obtain military or VA disability benefits. And there's a lot of people who don't understand the process of what it takes to obtain VA disability, whether it be disability through compensation or pension. There's two animals. There's also two animals with regards to 100%. Not all 100% are the same. Not all pensions are the same. Trust me on that. But just want to let you know, if you're in the Air Force, served in the Air Force, you go ahead and show me some love. Served in the Army, show me some love. I know you're going to be like, you never served in the Army. Oh, yes, I have. I served in the Army too. Yep. I started off my career in the Army as an infantryman. Served 22 years, been around 22 years, got 18 and a half years of good service. My injuries got the best of me where I have to retire early. Okay, so I had to retire early from the military, and then I went ahead and started applying for disability benefits, which I have. Now, I'm here to tell you guys, for those of you looking to join the military, for the first thinking about joining the Air Force, the Army, or Navy, or Marines, I say go for it. It's the best decision I ever made. I have no regrets. I started off, the moment I graduated from high school, I joined the Army as an infantryman. And then later became an infantry instructor. And I said to myself, I want to make more money. I want to be an officer. Well, you can be an officer, but you got to go to get some college under your belt. So I got some college in my belt, took ROTC classes after I got out the first time. And then, I was a reserve officer training course, plus I was in the reserve. Got an ROTC scholarship, which is 2 years. Got commissioned as a second lieutenant, okay? Served 15 years as a commissioned officer, then got out. As, of course, 9/11 got started, and the Army wasn't have no need for second lieutenants, particularly in my branch. And being an enlisted soldier infantry and officer infantry, they had no need for me at the moment. Airborne qualified too. So a friend of mine was telling me about the Air Force through the Air National Guard. And I said, what do I have to lose? I'll just give it a shot. So I joined the Air National Guard under the 203rd Red Horse, which is a rapidly deployed silver engineering squadron, okay? Rapidly deployed. You know, go anywhere around the world, anywhere. And what we do is a combat engineer squadron. Hello, thanks for joining. I'm just telling a little bit about myself. It's the Red Horse, the task is to rapidly deploy and provide support, not just for the Air Force, but for the Army or any place that need. You need a base built, that's what we do. You need infrastructure built, that's what we do. We have people who are highly skilled in a number of areas. See, my background is plumbing and water purification. So that was my expertise outside of the Army Infantry. In the Air Force side, I was, if you know anybody who's an airman, who's been an airman, oh, TikTok is showing me something. I don't know what that is, but that's interesting. Oh, I can move this and I can bring it back. All right, all these folks are joining in. Francisco, how you doing? All these wonderful people joining in. Yeah, so I'm just telling my little story about from my Air Force side of the house. Been stationed at Shepherd Air Force Base. Been stationed at State Military Reservation, Virginia Beach, Virginia. That's where Red Horse headquartered is. That's not too far from Langley, and very close to Oceana Naval Air Station, where at the time F-14 used to do their touch and goes and training, as well as the modern they have F-18 and later on Super Hornets. But I'm here to tell you guys, I have no regrets for my military service. You know, and I'm willing to do it again if need be. But I'm here to tell you, I'm not here to talk about that per se. And of course, I got back in the Army and got commissioned as a chaplain. So I've done a lot of stuff. You know, I've done from chaplain, infantry, airborne civil affairs, PSYOP. What else? Water purification and plumbing. Sure. And I'm here to tell you guys, you deserve to know what's out there for you. So if you're a veteran, please show some love. If you're a veteran, let me know you're a veteran. Maybe not at this time, you know. Okay, I'm gonna have to decline that. Sorry about that, Alex. We're gonna chat on the other side. Maybe I'll just bring you in if you're a veteran. But here's the thing. I was inspired. I had so many people ask me about writing a book to help veterans on the steps to what they need to do, because a lot of veterans, especially old Vietnam era veterans, 80s vet, and I'm an 80s veteran, I'm a Cold War veteran myself too, don't have no idea how to apply for help. So I used to spend hours on hours of time helping veterans get their benefits. Some I have helped got 100%, which is about $4,000 a month. Some I have helped got 50%, which is over $2,000 a month, or $1,800 a month. Some I helped got 40%. Some I have helped, and I'm telling you, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work behind it. Not right now. So I decided, after being pressured by a few friends of mine, just like, go ahead and write the book, man, and so people can know how to do it on their own. So this book is a self-help book. I just got it published. It's called The Art of Filing for a Veterans Disability Benefit. Just listen what I'm saying. The Art of Filing for a Veterans Disability Benefit. You can go onto my TikTok page and you'll see that up front. But I'm here to tell you, it's about maximizing the benefit, because they don't know what benefits are out there and what's available out to them. I made sure to take advantage of every opportunity presented by the VA. Okay? I took advantage of every opportunity. Same thing I did when I active duty. I made sure I got my education, my NCOES, my OECS training, my continuing education. I did all that because I want to prepare for myself to be comfortable once I'm out of active duty. Okay? And then at the same time, I want to make sure, because I have staffing, I have troops, I want to make sure I mentor them so they can have success either within the ranks or outside of the ranks. That's the goal, to help them get to where they need to be. So I had a lot of time, I spearhead a lot of things, and then I go and train, coach, mentor my fellow soldiers. Whether I be, and I'm telling you, I'm open to mentorship. When I was young, I was open to mentorship too. I had a great NCOIC who was my mentor. I had a good platoon sergeant who was a good mentor. I had a good first sergeant who was a good mentor. I had a good company commander who was my mentor. I got a good battalion commander who was my mentor as well. So, I mean, I was surrounded by mentor professionals as well as guys who were just among my own peers who are great. We look so alike. Oh, my goodness. Well, you never know. There's a twin out there. No, you just never know. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. But yeah, this little chat I'm doing is for the first time. It's just to educate what's available in a small way without going too deep about the book, because I want everybody, if you really want to know step by step about the book, I want to encourage you to go on Amazon. I got it for free right now through Amazon on Kindle Unlimited. Anybody familiar with Kindle Unlimited? Say yes, no, maybe. But Kindle Unlimited, I put it at $0. The book is $9 on the ebook, but it's $15 because of the amount of information I put in. I also put in information about, in reference back to those who have needs in their home. I mean, you can't get in the bathtub, you can't get in the shower, and you need equipment that need to be remodeled. Well, there's provisions for that and grants. So I put that information available to the veteran in my book. There's also grants available to remodel your kitchen. Okay? How do I know? I went through the process. There are also grants or promotions through the VA for caregiver. You have a father, mother, or grandfather who served in the war or served on active duty at any period of time, and they just couldn't take care of themselves, who are having struggles getting out of bed, can't dress themselves up. There's a caregiver program. I'm just telling you, I just want to talk to you. There's a caregiver program. I just want to put this out. It's not in the book. You got to go to va.gov to find it. But there's a caregiver program, okay, that will pay the caregiver up to $2,000 a month to take care of the veteran. I have known a young lady who's taking care of her husband. Okay, he's a Vietnam veteran. He's 100% disabled, but he cannot care for himself. He has to have her to help him on his basic needs and quality of life. Okay, so she cooks for him. She makes sure he's bathed, make sure he's clothed, take him out to his doctor's appointment through the VA or outside of the VA. Make sure he made all his appointments. Make sure he have everything he needs. And she don't have to work for anybody. And she is compensated up to $2,000 a month because of his condition. Okay? So you have to be, and they won't tell you this, guys. They won't tell you that when you put in for a caregiver, your per individual, that veteran, had to be in a position like he's like, I call it the nursing home situation. Because when he's at that nursing home situation, where he cannot bathe, cannot eat, feed himself, or he cannot actively move around, cannot walk, then that's when it's warranted. And in my opinion, that's a warranted situation to file for the caregiver program. Now, they also say you have to be 100% disabled. I'll debate that because I see different. So I want to encourage you, if you know someone who's unable to take care of themselves, they are a disabled veteran, they're classified as a disabled veteran, they are veterans who serve our country with an honorable discharge, put in for that caregiver program. Now, some of you may ask, like, suppose I got out and I had no problems, but later on had some problems. Like, you know, I'm a homeless veteran, I lost my job, I can't feed myself, I'm struggling to take care of myself because Social Security is not enough for me. Well, I said, you go ahead and put in for what is called, and I'm letting you know, You put in for what is called a veteran, disabled veteran, for pension, okay? You put in for a pension benefit, okay? You go through the same process as if you're going for compensation benefit, okay? There's a difference. The compensation benefit take care of one thing. It goes up to $4,000. The pension only goes up to $1,500, okay? Now, the same qualification do require a medical, your DD-214. It does require medical records if there's available. It does require medical doctor's notes or appointments or diagnosis. It does require that, just like anything else. Like you're applying for Social Security disability, you have to have a doctor to diagnose you for disability, okay? So you want to, or your caregiver or your significant other, you want to make sure they get the maximum benefit as possible. And it's all outlined in The Art of Filing for Veterans Disability Benefits. That's in my book under Antonio Arnold, okay? You can go to Amazon and type it. There's only maybe a few books out there, maybe one or two. I think mine's the third one, if any. But The Art of Filing for Veterans Disability Benefits is a step-by-step program, that book that will benefit you for to maximize your benefit. And it's up to you. How far you want to go is up to you. You want to go as far as you can go. I'm 100% disabled, okay? And I took advantage of every benefit that's available unto me. Yes, I'm a paratrooper. I'm broken up pieces, but yet I was determined to get what I deserve. And you as a veteran, or your spouse as a veteran, deserve the very best. Hello, everybody. I'm telling you, so many people are coming on board. Thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate it. But every veteran deserves the very best. If you are a veteran and you are not receiving disability benefits, don't cheat yourself. Take a look at your medical records from active duty. I don't care if you got a scratch, a line of duty from, you may sprain your ankle one time, but I mean, I sprained my ankle playing movement and contact media reaction force when I was infantry. And I twisted my ankle real bad, okay? It was pitch black dark. Someone was breaking into the arms room. We mobilized right there with weapons in our hand, and I tore up my ankle. Went to the doc, got x-rays. That medical record's lost. But fortunately for me, I still have my line of duty. And guess what? I filed for disability. They turned me down the first time. I sent that line of duty to them, to the VA, and they approved it. About 3 months later, they approved it. So documentation does beat conversation. However, let's say you're in a situation like for me. In one case, I was later diagnosed for something, had some issue with my brain. I had some brain injuries that I didn't know I have, and I thought I was just fine because I was jumping out of planes, I was lifting heavy equipment, and I was hard charger. So I put in for disability. I have no medical records just to confirm any of that injury. But guess what? I've been going to the doctor about it. I've been complaining about it. I've been showing, and they're showing a history of having migraines or having anxiety attacks. And guess what? 70% disability on anxiety, and later on 20% on migraines from brain injury, for the injuries I received while I was on active duty. That was not on my medical record at the time. Okay? So do not be discouraged if you have a loved one who said, I tried everything. My father, he served in the Korean War. He served 30 years active service and the reserve, okay? He was a master sergeant, E8. He retired. He since passed away since then. But he'd been having issues with his health. He'd been having an issue with his heart. And he refused to, he got his 30 years and he got his, he had his military retirement, but he refused to go to the VA. Anybody know any veterans that refused to go to the VA to get checked out? Anybody know a veteran who refused to file for disability? I know a whole bunch of them. But yet, I speak to these guys, and and now after I have my conversation with them, we went on ahead and filed for disability, And lo and behold, some of them got 50%, some got 100%, some got 40%. I have a friend I have just recently helped him apply for disability for the first time. Okay? So guys, don't hold yourself out. Don't leave money on the table, because you earned that right. You may not, you could be a young guy who did 5 years active duty or through the Reserve or National Guard. Done that too. You may forget, you may sprain your ankle, you may have a snake bite somewhere, or you may have gone through some swamp training, got a cut, didn't they pay no mind, you stuff is one, next thing you know, you sick, you got chills, find out you got malaria, and then you later on got okay, and like 5 years later, you got sick, that area got sick, caused another disease. It could be cancer. And you don't figure out how you got it. And so you figure, the VA is not going to prove that. You don't know that. So you go ahead, you follow the instructions in my book, you apply for your VA disability on that matter, because it's listed, and what you do, you file for it, and you go through the channels. You have your medical records to back you up, because you've been going to the VA, getting treated for it. You got to get treated, guys. You got to start seeing a doctor. You got to start seeing a VA doctor, because that journey of your medical history is immediate right in the VA. And guess what? Regional VA going to look at it, going to extract it. It's easier for them to extract it and look at it and make an evaluation than it is to go through your primary care physician, and you have to mail that piece of information now. But the good thing is, guys, I want to also encourage you, make sure if you don't have your information together, put it together just in case. Put it together today. If you're a veteran or even a soldier airman still on active duty, you're still on active duty, I want you to start collecting your data. I want you to go to your clinic, your military clinic, your hospitals. I want you to, every time you go to the hospital or every time you go to get a checkup, you get a copy. 2 days, 3 days later, request a copy. I'm giving you something new. I'm giving you something I want you to understand what I'm sharing with you, because I've done it. Ask for a copy of your medical records every time after you get treatment. Ask for your medical records, okay? Because those medical records are going to have a history. And they're going to have a language in there, okay? Now, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a medical doctor, so I don't do any diagnosis, and I don't give any advice. But one thing I will say, get a copy of your medical records today, okay? Soldier, Airman, Marine, Coast Guard, start collecting it. Before you discharge out of active duty, make sure you have a copy of your medical record. You got something wrong with you prior to discharge, and I done it when I was at Fort Bragg. When you going through the process for PCS, you let them know. Put it down here that I have a problem. Put it down here, I have a mental problem. Make sure it is in writing, because if you don't, it is mighty hard. Not saying it's not impossible, but it's mighty hard to prove otherwise, or to have, because documentation beats it all. All right? So I just want to encourage you guys, get the book. Let me see. The Art of Filing for Veterans Disability Benefit, Maximize Your Benefit. I'm telling you, I'm true to it, because I am 100%. When I first came off active duty the first time, I did everything by myself. I have no veterans. I didn't go to any veterans auxiliary, and those auxiliaries are great. They will help you to a point. They're nonprofit to help you get started on your journey. But if you want to, you can do it yourself, and then take it to them if you want. But the main thing is, the idea of the whole concept, this whole conversation, and the book is to prepare you so you can have success, a better chance of success of receiving those benefits, and and that you deserve and earn. I mean, there's tax incentive. I mean, VA benefits are tax-free. Did you know that? You do not pay any taxes on your VA benefits. 2, if you are 100% disabled, you do not pay property tax. I know in the Commonwealth of Virginia, I don't pay property tax on my house or on my new car. Okay, and only do one house, one vehicle. That's the law. Okay, make sure you read up on that. All right, now, if you're in Texas and you're at 70%, I think Texas will give you allow you to not have to worry about property tax. Now, anybody from Texas, to confirm, if you're from Texas, and I might better check on something right here real quick. If you're from Texas, and that's right. If you're from Texas, I don't know why I'm not seeing everybody's comments. If you're from Texas, you're at 70% disabled, then you can take advantage of the tax break incentives for your automobile and your home. Now, in the Commonwealth of Virginia, you have to be 100%. That's for real, across the board. I think most of the United States is like that, but I know in Texas it's 70%. Anybody want to confirm that for me? I'm looking at comments. We have the same hat. Oh, we do? So we look alike. We have the same hat, bro. All right. How many of you did you do? Wait a minute. Let me pull up your profile. Get out of here. Oh, we do. We do have the same hat. Oh, get out of here, Joe Witchy. 3602. 3602, man. I'm going to follow you, okay, buddy? Hope you don't mind. Yeah, but, oh, man, I didn't know it'd be amazing you have so many people that have something in common with. Hello. Now, I just sent out a request through my ministerial credentials, but, oh, man, I don't even see you on my phone. I'm doing this through my phone, and I'm doing this through my PC at the same time. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about. I was in civil engineers when I was in the Air Force, okay? Yeah. Tell me about what you do. Tell me about what you do. What did you do when in the Air Force? Let me see, interact here. This thing is not helpful. Oh my goodness. Yeah, but anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and move on. But yeah, we got the same style hat, definitely. But from one airman to another. Any Army out here? Anybody representing the Army? Show me where you at. Well, tell me which base you were stationed at. You were Fort Bragg, Fort Benning, Fort Jackson, Kentucky, anywhere in Kentucky. Anybody from Kentucky? 101st Airborne Division, Air Assault. Anybody from the 82nd? Anybody from Usa K-Pop, USASOC? Anybody who's a soft person out there? Anybody who's an engineer or prime beef? You're prime beef, you know what I'm talking about. All right. So thanks. But anyway, guys, I want to just share that with you. Definitely take advantage of every opportunity through the VA. Get a copy of my book. I'm going to use my other account to plug it in so you'll know it. I have 3 accounts on TikTok. So let me see if I can get this to you guys. If you go to Amazon, and to get the free book, just go on Amazon, click Kindle Unlimited. That means you have to have an account with Kindle Unlimited on it. If your account is Kindle Unlimited, then you should be able to get the book for free. If your account is not Kindle Unlimited, then it's $9.99 for the copy for the ebook, or $15 for the paperback copy. Paperback copy is awesome. So I just want to put that out there. Let me see here. Let me put it right here. Make my comment. And I hope somebody see it. Kind of hard to navigate this thing. All right. It should be on there. I don't understand. It's kind of hard to send. I don't know if it went through or not. But if not, I'll put it out there after the broadcast. But yes, you definitely want to get, if you know someone who got disability through the military, you definitely want to, if you haven't done so now, do it today. Go online. Get my book. Follow the instructions. It's pretty simple. You know, a lot of folks don't understand the medical jargons that's out there. A lot of people don't understand the forms that have to be filled out or the forms that they're going to request. You know, sometimes they may ask for a DD2. They're going to ask for a DD214 right off the bat. They're going to ask for a profile, okay? Whether it be an Army profile or Air Force equivalent profile. They're going to ask for a DD2808 or a DD2707 or a DD2708. They're going to add, all that helps in your case. But you got to have all that information up front, okay? The more information you have, the better it is for you, okay? The better it is for you. Yeah. Anybody have any questions in reference to disability? Like I said, I'm 100%. I got up to, on my own, up to 90%, and the rest I had to get a lawyer because they took some away from me, and I had to get an attorney to get it straight. And here's the thing, guys. I want to add that too. Guys, you don't have to go by yourself. If you get so far and they still deny you, there's an attorney that you can go to. There's a number of attorneys that you can go to that's in your locality that are specialized in military disability, and they can help you. But again, the same provision is still required. You still need to have all your information, all your stuff together in order to, okay, Fort Bragg, Fort Stewart, that's what's up. All right, I hear you, Airborne. Put your knees to the breeze. And there ain't no cherries here either. Oh, man, it's not going to work. It's like, because I maxed out. I think I maxed out on, no, they're not going to, oh, man, it's not going to let me see it because the website is so long. Yeah, you're going to have to trust Amazon.com, though. I'm just going to type on here, Amazon, on my end. That's the benefit of having more than one account. Yeah, Amazon.com is going to be your best bet. But yeah, Fort Bragg, yeah, I was at Fort Bragg. You know, Fort Benning, Fort Dix. I was at Fort Dix for a little while up in New Jersey. Yep. Been to Indian Town Gap as well. You know, never been lost in the woods. No, never been lost in the woods. You know, Missouri. Yep. Done duty, done deployments, been a few places, seen a few things. Met some great people. Met some not so great people, because I ain't gonna lie about that. There's some folks that I'm like, oh God, I wish I never met them. But yeah, I mean, it just is what it is. But I mean, the best military I ever served is all of them. You know, I served in the Army, Air Force. I was pushing myself to go in the Navy as a chaplain because the Army was like, no. Air Force, you're too old. And tried the Navy. I was like, I'm trying to cover all three branches, but I didn't make it. But my grandpa served in the Navy during World War II as working in a destroyer, and my dad was an Army Infantry quartermaster and instructor, and became chief before he retired. And my brother served also in the chemical unit. He was Army Airborne, and yours truly, Army Airborne Air Force. That's the only difference between I did both branches. I'm the only one in my family that have ever done both branches and ever been commissioned, gone back enlisted, became an NCO, and then got redirect commission again as a chaplain. Okay? And so anybody who wants to know the criteria to becoming a chaplain, I can coach you along with that. There's some forms to be filled out. There's some endorsements you got to have. Ecclesiastes, you got to also be called to it. And as well, some physical criteria, which is basically DD 2708, 2707, if I'm not mistaken. But I just can't remember everything on top of my head because there's so much information. Read the book. get yourself a copy of the book. You deserve it. You know, anybody facing difficulties obtaining disability at this time? Anybody have any questions about disability, or maybe want to know about my military a little bit more? I mean, hey, I've been there, been the good times and the bad times. I went through basic at Fort Benning, Georgia. Sand Hill, we call it Starships at the time, back in the 80s, back in 1985. It was hot. Then they transferred me to an AIT unit for AIT at Harmony Church. So I went from Starship air conditioning to World War II barracks, no air conditioning. And that was interesting. But I tell you, I got some of the best instructors, best trainers in the world. I'm telling you, I still remember my drill sergeant's name. His name is Drill Sergeant Brogans. Was my senior drill sergeant back then, and I also still remember Assistant Drill Sergeant Carr. He was no joke too. And that time they had a little hair on their head, and I thought he was like a movie star on television. And I made a mistake of calling him sir, and he squared me away viciously. I'm here to tell you, viciously. That was my experience in the Army. But I had no regrets. Went through Air Force. When I joined the Air Force side of the house, had to go to Shepherd to go to training to get class within the Air Force, or what they call technical school. Technical school. Everything's about technical. Okay. That's the Air Force side. So I had to go read technical manuals. I got to go study. I had to be good in math. I had to be good in mechanics, and I love it. 3.5 years in the Air Force side of the house. It was a great experience, and I think everybody should join the Air Force or the Army. Should at least start as soon as you graduate from high school. Try it out. At least 3 to 6 years. Try it out. Build up your GI Bill. You need 3 years to get a full GI Bill, and that GI Bill will pay for your college tuition. I mean, it paid for my undergrad. It paid for my graduate degree. The National Guard had a loan repayment program that was awesome as well. It paid over $8,000 on my student loan. So it just say again, it goes back to what I said before, to take advantage of every opportunity. Take advantage of it. Do not leave money on the table when it comes to skills. You can always reclass. Because your ASVAB test was a low score and you stuck with this MOS or AFSC that you didn't like, doesn't mean you have to stay there. You know, give it 3 years, you take the ASVAB test again, and you put in a request to get reclassed to another either AFSC or another MOS, okay, to a job that you really wanted to do. All right? That's good advice for you as a young airman or young soldier, maybe young Marine or young Navy personnel or young Coast Guard. You have the opportunity to move from one area to now. Your NCOIC or maybe your commander may not want you to leave, and a lot of them don't because it affects readiness. And I've done substantial studies on readiness, on preparation. I had to file reports on that stuff. So, I mean, whenever a soldier leaves, it affects their state of readiness because they give you all this training, and after 3.5 years, maybe 4 years or 5 years, you're gone. They got to train somebody else to take over your job, or find somebody who already got your MOS qualification, who is MOSQ, to do the job, okay? Let me see, I'm seeing something from TikTok. Of course I'm 18 years old and above. My goodness. Yes, and again, the importance of getting qualified for a certain job. Now, if you're not qualified for that job yet, and it's not one of those things like Ranger School or Special Force, 18 X-ray School or Special Forces or Pararescue School or Navy SEALs, and you're at a certain age, like almost at 30, forget about those schools for good. Don't even worry about it. Focus on your career growth down the road, whether MOS, AFSC, or other or branch that you want to do, okay? Focus on that. But in the meantime, start maintaining medical record. You went to RIP school, you broke an ankle, you got a line of duty, you hold on to that line of duty for dear life, okay? You hold on to that. You went to airborne school, you got hurt on a parachute, and I'm telling you, there's a lot of guys, all branches send their tough guys to airborne school. Why? Because the Air Force send their guys to airborne school for a pararescue or airborne Red Horse, okay? Yes, we got a Red Horse, a Silver Engineering Squadron that is fully airborne in the Air Force. Yes, I know. You got Navy personnel that is airborne qualified, including Navy SEALs. You got pararescue, what's the other one? Force Recon, Marine Corps, they're airborne, a lot of them are airborne qualified. So we got everybody. When I was in airborne school, we had everybody in my class, okay, that I was jumping with. And what they do after that is their career. But I'm here to tell you, people do get hurt. Two people do walk off the drop zone with, limping or fracture an ankle or fracture a bone. Somehow they have a wrong PLF and, their career's over. And that's when that line of duty is critical. There are no profiles. You still can serve, continue to serve depending on the situation, but you got to have that line of duty. You got to have that medical records. That's what's going to make the difference. And I'm here to tell you, I'm living proof of that. It's going to change your life. It's going to help your career. It's going to set things in motion for you where you don't have to worry about a lot of things. The taxes, the other stuff that you get on top of it, it's just bonuses. The main thing is you want to make sure you get the best health care possible, and you want to make sure as a veteran that you get compensated or a pension, okay? Compensation or a pension. What's the difference between the two? Well, one could go up to $4,000 a month, or one can go up to $1,500 a month. That's the maximum. Pension pays $1,500. I didn't know. I qualified. I put in for both and found out that, hey, you got a choice. You could take the pension or you could take keep the 100%. I say, I'm keeping the 100%, baby. Don't you ever take that from me. But the pension is good for people who are excellent, for those who are having financial struggles, those who are unable to work, who may not have a service connection disability, but nonetheless, they're a veteran and they have some type of disability. They're unable to take care of themselves, or maybe because of old age, they're 80 years old and they're limited what they can do, and they put in, their significant other put in, we're going to put in for a pension, okay? And you never know. They can say yay, they can say no, and you have a right to an appeal. Listen to what I'm saying. You have a right to an appeal, okay? You get with your subject matter expert, like an attorney, and if he or she takes the case, you probably got something. But I'm here to tell you guys, unless you jump in head first, feet first into this thing called disability land, you'll never know. There's a lot of guys died not knowing what they could have gained. My father died because he refused to apply for VA disability, and he got congestive heart failure while he was on active duty. It's unbelievable. It is unbelievable. And that's why I am such an advocate for veterans, to make sure that they get the very best that they deserve, especially when it comes to disability. So if you're a veteran, I want to implore you to file for your disability. I want you to grab a friend, sit down with them, help them fill out the paperwork, print the paperwork from online. My book covers that. Or fill out the application online, okay? It's going to ask a lot of questions. It's going to ask a lot of questions reference to your military service. Make sure you have your DD-214 with you. Make sure you have some orders with you. Make sure you have everything. Leave nothing to chance. Make sure you read over your entire medical records. Okay, y'all hear me? Airborne? Make sure you read your entire medical records. You got a brother, sister, cousin who's serving in the military, who is not getting disability, and they got some issues going on, and they got some injuries going on, some pain going on, or they got some sickness going on. You definitely want to take them to the website, va.gov, va.gov. I'm going to write that right here, and fill out that application. You'll see it. applying for disability or compensation. You want to go for it and get that information to them as soon as possible. But in order to do that, you got to go. If you don't know how or what to do, I already gave you the website. And if you don't know how to navigate that thing, go to my book. Go to the book. Get your copy of the book. And we got still folks joining in. And I think, it went through. Oh, good. It did go through. Let me see something here. I see one of my comments. But yes, you definitely want to get that Reverend Dr. Antonio Arnold is the same person. I'm me. Okay. Yeah. So you definitely want to get that copy of the book. It's free to every one of you. All you had to do is make sure you have a Kindle Unlimited. Kindle Unlimited. I forgot what the requirement is, but you definitely want to get that in your hand, the Kindle Unlimited through Amazon, and utilize it. Yvonne, how you doing? Rocket Dad, how you doing? 1971, how are you? Thanks for joining us. Sharing a lot of information about VA disability. Okay? And again, I put a free book together. It is on Amazon. It's on Amazon. And again, it is called, let me see here. Not the ultimate book. No, The Art of Filing for Veteran Disability Benefits and Achieving 100% Rating. Most of the people I help at least get close to 100%. Some got 100% rating from the VA. And I make no guarantees, guys. I'll be honest with you. It's just a matter of just the paper trail. If you've been to Iraq, Afghanistan, you've been in training, had a training accident. I've seen guys jump out of a plane and the parachute don't open, they pull out the reserve, and they still hit the ground hard. Some get stuck on trees, some had accident at work, some working on machinery, and somehow somebody forgot to put the preventer, what do you call that thing? The lockout tag out on it, and the machine activate, and they got hurt real bad. Okay, lockout tag out, and the engineer, from the engineering point of view, it's crucial that you have a lockout tag out. If something breaks down, you lock out and tag out that thing until somebody certified makes the repair. All right, don't turn it on. Please don't do it, because somebody's life could be at stake. I'm going to put it here under my under account. And I don't know what it is. Backspace, there we go, so I can send it. There you go. I just sent it out. That's the name of the book. Take a look at it. It's free under Kindle Unlimited. I made it free. So that way, if you're a veteran, I got so far 4 veterans that take advantage of it. Take advantage of what I know. I'm going to write another book on how to apply for Social Security, just to help people. I just want to help people. Of course, everything got a cost because the knowledge is power. I'm going to be straight up. But right now, it's free. I'm giving it away. I want to bless you. I want to give it to you. I want you to have it. Get that book. It's going to help you. It's going to help your significant other. It's going to help your friends. It can help a college classmate. It can help someone you know who's served in the military and just can't get what they need. All right? Because it comes with a lot of benefits. It comes with a lot of perks, but you have to take time out of your busy schedule to make it happen. I'm not going to do it. You got to do it, or you got to get one of the auxiliaries to do it. Now, if you go to Disabled American Veteran, which is very good, Veterans of Foreign Wars, which is very good, or you go to any other services, Veteran Auxiliary Group, you got to join it for one. And number 2, you got to pay dues. And then you got to be patient because it's nonprofit, but you got to still provide those information that a little bit of what I just shared with you to those auxiliaries so they can get it done. Plus, you got to sign a power of attorney, which allows them to authorize them to go through to request your medical records, to request a lot of things, and they'll do the best they can because they're working within a budget. They can't perform miracles, but they only can do so much. And VA turns you down, I mean, you only maxed out what you can max out with them. And then some people may go to, well, why don't you go to you, Mr. Arnold? Well, if you come to me and I put a lot of time into your claim, then I'm going to look for some type of compensation. I'd rather for you get it through the book, where at this point it's free, but it's $15 if it's hard copy, $9 for the digital copy after. But I'd rather do it that way than spend a lot of time. I want you to devote the time to do it, or have somebody sit with you. But if you go out there and say, hey, I know a guy who's going to do it for me, that guy's going to charge you a fee for his time. All right? Well, they're going to charge you a fee for their time. They're veterans themselves, or they work in the VA hospital system, or they may be a registered nurse. They may be a former lawyer. They're going to charge you for their time. I don't want to, it's a commitment, guys. I'm here to tell you, I've done quite a few veterans, and I lost a lot of sleep. And I really have. I blessed them. I lost a lot of sleep over it to help them. And we got it done. We got it done. Because once you submit the paperwork and all your evidence, then it's up to the VA, 90 days minimum, 2 years, 3 years, who knows, 5 years. Some people have been waiting on an approval for 20 years and don't know what to do. And if I would have looked on their account and see this, that, and the other, I would have sent an update to them and say, here's the final evidence that you need. And I would type a letter. Here's that is signed that and got a statement from the doctor. Get this veteran, is this what it is? Once that's confirmed, I say, could you look at the case or you redo it? Because I tell you, I spend a lot of time calling on the phone. I spend a lot of time checking on my claim on va.gov, and just to make sure all information is uploaded. And again, check the book out. Read that book. Read my book, The Art of Filing for Veterans Disability Benefits. Maximize the benefits. Because like I said, there's a lot of other benefits out there. And I put it in the book. There's a lot of benefits out there. There's a lot of tax incentive. It's tax-free, guys. Think about it. Ever wonder when you go to the VA hospital or VA clinic, you know guys driving nice cars with what, DV on it and a handicap sticker? How in the world they get that handicap thing? They have to have a certain disability. And it has that form, whatever that form DMV requires, I'm talking for Virginia, it has to be signed by a doctor. It may be their primary care to sign it. They may have another primary care civilian, they'll sign it, okay? But I wanted to encourage you, go ahead and get your stuff together, upload it. If you're on active duty right now, at least for my active duty brothers and sisters across the branch world, start getting your stuff together, upload it in your VA account, obtaining a go to va.gov, set up an account, upload that information while you're still on active duty. So when you come out active duty or whatever the case, all that documentation is there. And you don't have to be like me, scanning thousands of documents, okay? And I'm talking, I got a Foot Locker full of documents. True story. A Foot Locker full of documents and still growing, all right? So I just want to put that out to you. Anybody got any questions? Anybody have any questions on me? I don't see any questions. You guys folks still joining in? This is Reverend Dr. Antonio Arnold. I'm a disabled veteran of the Air Force and Army. I got other hats too. I just don't have all my stuff on here. But anyway, you get the point. But I love the Air Force too. I wear that today. But yeah, we're talking about applying for disability through the VA, and my book, The Art of Filing for VA Disability by yours truly, Antonio Arnold. It's on Amazon. It's also on Kindle, and you can get it for free under the Kindle Unlimited. If you have a Kindle Unlimited account, you can get the book free. You can download it for free. It's free, guys. Break down every step of the way. I tell you a little story about myself. I tell you my story, where I've been, what I've done, the ranks. You know, sometimes making rank ain't always simple. Sometimes you get here, and then the Army said, we don't need you, and then, or the Air Force said, we don't need you at this rank, we want you at this rank, this is it. And you have a choice. You have a choice to say whether you want to play or fight, and fight to get your promotion, or you'll stay where you are. How's it going? Been out since 91. Well, okay, thank you for your service. How can I go about applying? The first step, like I said, and I said this in my book, the first step is obtain all your medical records. Okay? And again, thank you for your service. Organize all your medical records. First thing first. All right? Make sure you have your DD-214. Number 2. Number 3, make sure, depending on your case, and I'm not saying I know everything on that, but I know one thing I had to have is documentation. Medical records is a must. DD-214 is a must. Military medical records from your file at your unit or former unit. That yellow folder that they give you when you PCS, you make sure you have that, okay? Any type of writing from your primary care physician, any profiles, any sick call slip. You have all that together. Then I want you to, this is what else I want you to do. I want you to scan every last one of them individually, and you name it according to that. The book explains. You name it, okay? Once you name the folder, then you put everything in that folder in relation to that illness or injury. Once you do that, okay, you scan the next group of items. Permanent profile, temporary profile, sick call slip. I don't care if you got 100 of them. I really don't. You scan every last one of them. Scan them. And have them ready for upload to va.gov. Okay? You upload them to va.gov. You'll thank me later. Have them ready in case you have to get an attorney, because that attorney is going to request, or the disabled American veteran, or the veterans of foreign wars, or any of the auxiliary going to ask you, could you email us those documentations? Once you upload those information, you're ready to file your claim. Now, you can file your claim. See, I know another way you can upload it without filing the claim first. But that's going to be a challenge, because a lot of folks don't. I should have put it in the book. I really did. I wish I had. But anyway, just have it ready. All right? So I already told you, have your military records, have your medical records. If you have any issues, go to your civilian doctor and make sure you get the copies, documentation of those records. Or if you go to the VA hospital, do like I do. My Healthy Vet, I want to upload from this date to this date. Now, you don't want to do is put such a big gap, like say you go into the VA, you've been in the VA system since 91, okay? And it's 2024. Don't put the date from 91. I want all my medical records from 91 all the way straight through. You know how many megabytes and gigabytes that's going to be? Some of that information I will be able to easily upload. So you want to do a little bit at a time. So for one, you want to do 1 year, okay? So 91 to 92, 92 to 93, 93 to 94, 94 to 95, and so on, okay? And you label it on your computer as such, on your folder, your digital folders, okay? It's a PDF. Then what you do, you start looking at what I'm going to file a claim on first, okay? I want to file a claim on PTSD. You make sure you upload everything relating to that case. Everything related to post-traumatic stress disorder. Now, I'm not giving you everything because I want you to get the book. But I'm here to tell you, if you got PTSD, look up all the jargons and the words regarding the PTSD. You make sure you already received counseling. Make sure you go to some of the, this is not the book, but I'm going to give you this one. This is a freebie from me. Go to your counselor, okay? Go to your psychologist. Go to your primary care and say, hey, doc, I can't sleep. I can't sleep. I'm having nightmares. I'm feeling bad about myself. I need to talk to somebody. You're going to do what it's called a consult. And then just a little bit of background about myself. I did work for the VA too. I worked for the VA hospital as well for 3.5 years. So I know my stuff. So you talk to your primary care physician, right? I need something for this. Or I need a consult to see a psychiatrist because I'm having nightmares. I can't sleep at night. I get 2 hours of sleep a night. They're gonna come they're gonna forward you to set. They're gonna set an appointment. Then they're gonna call you to schedule the appointment, right? Okay. If anybody you understand what everybody with me so far? You get that appointment scheduled. You go to that appointment, and you don't miss it. I don't want to hear no him halls. I don't want to hear the box in the cradle and the silver spoon. You go out there and go to that appointment. It is important. Airborne, brother. Airborne. Gotcha. You get that cop, you go see that psychiatrist and you sit with them. I'm frustrated. This is what's been going on since I was in. My company commander beat the daylights out of me and I ain't done that. Whatever you face, whatever traumatic event, I jumped out of a plane and I almost had a spasm attack, or we got hit while we were doing a mission and we got hit real bad. I saw people get hurt. You tell them everything. No suck up. This is not the time to suck it up and drive on. This is not the time to suck it up and drive on. Are y'all hearing me? Are you hearing me, brothers and sisters? Please do not do the suck it up and drive on technique, because you're going to miss out. You disclose everything that you feel, and they're going to make a diagnosis based on that. Now, does it make you crazy? No, it don't. But you may have some. I got problems. Certain sounds sets me off. Certain bridges set me off. Okay? I mean, certain conditions sets me off. All right? The smell can set me off. A backfire on a truck can set me off. You know? I made one day, and sometimes lately, that's why I like to write. That's why I like to be online. I can't sleep at night. I had to see a psychologist to teach me how to sleep. So, okay. Let me do this. I think TikTok is setting me a time limit too. All right. So I have to get therapy for sleep. I have to get therapy for a lot of stuff. For pain, my joints, my neck, my eyes, those things you apply for disability that can help you on your case. So don't feel bad. Don't be afraid to see the doc. Don't be afraid to see a psychologist. Don't be afraid to see a chaplain or a hospital chaplain at the location, because it's all documented. Don't be afraid to let somebody know when it's hurt. Don't be afraid to let somebody say, hey, I think I broke my leg or I fractured something. My back is hurting. Please do not suck it up like me, okay? Don't do me. Don't do me. I got back on that bird and jumped again and made it worse. Don't do that, okay? When you put you on profile, soldiers, you're still on active duty, stay on profile. But anyway, guys, I would love to sit here and chit-chat with some more. Bro, I really appreciate you all coming on board. Brother Koj Devet, thanks for chiming in. Appreciate your service as well. And everybody who chimed in, blessings to each and every one of you. But in the meantime, guys, thanks again. We may do this again, but if we do, great. If we don't, that's okay too. I want you to have the most information as possible. I'll probably do this again on a discussion. But get the book while it's free. Get the book. In the meantime, guys, this is Reverend Dr. Antonio Arnold, Airborne, signing off. Airborne, out.